Hi everyone, I am Sharadamani, Assistant Professor, Department of Commerce. Today we discussed about the design thinking concept and incorporation. Okay, before that, incorporation design thinking involves adopting a non-linear user-centric processes. It is empathize, define, ideate, prototype, and test to foster innovation and solve complex problems. The keys to successful implementation is forecasting a culture of experimentation, cross functional collaboration, and the leadership commitment. It transfers business strategies by focusing on the desirable, feasible, and visibility. The key structures of the incorporations are foster a culture of empathy, that is, it shift focus to understanding user needs, pain points, and behavioral thoughts, direct observation, and researchers. The next one is implement interactive workflows. It is utilize the five stages of the framework, that is empathy, define, ideate, prototype, and test, as a flexible interactive cycle rather than a linear and rigid process. The next one is encourage cross-functional terms. Break down departmental soils to bring deserves perspective into ideation and prototyping stages. The next one is establishing leadership support. Secure executive commitment to provide necessary resources and foster a safe place for experimenting and calculating and risk taking. Integrated into strategy. It is the applied design thinking to the business models to drive innovation, improve user experience, and increase operational efficiency. Okay, the in stages of the incorporations are empathize, the research user needs, though interviews or observation. The next one is define, state user problems clearly to guide brainstorming. The third one is idea, it generate creative solution with immediate judgment. And the next one is prototype, create tangible low fidelity models to test ideas. The next one is test, it experiment the gather feedback and iterate based on the result. Okay, let's see.
Myself Nagashini, I am going to explain about design thinking. Design thinking is a human-centered, interactive problem-solving method focused on understanding users to create innovation solution, typically involving five non-linear stages: empathize, define, ideate, prototype, and test, allowing terms to deeply understand needs and develop user-centric ideas through cycle of creation and feedback. The five stages of design thinking. Empathize. Research and gain deeply understanding of user needs, emotion, and challenges through observation and engagement. Define. Clearly articulate and core problem to solve based on the user insights, forming a user-focused problem statement.
Incorporation is a critical phase in design thinking that ensures user-centric solutions are integrated into an organization process, products or service. By following best practices and overcoming challenges, organizations can successfully incorporate design thinking and drive business growth and revenue. As design thinking continues to evolve, incorporation will remain a key aspect of driving innovation and user satisfaction.
Hello everyone, myself Sam. I am going to discuss about design thinking of incorporation. In a design thinking, incorporation is the process of integrating a user-centered solution into the organization process, product or service. It is about taking the intersect and idea generated during the thinking process them into the business. This is cycle into the solution development and sustainability and met into the target user. Why incorporate matters? Incorporate is an design thinking because it is a gap between the ideation and implementation. It ensures the solution development and the innovating but business by incorporating user certain solution into the organization company can increase user satisfaction, drive business growth and revenue. Thank you.
I am going to discuss about incorporation best practices in incorporation. Involve stakeholders yearly. Engage with stakeholders from the beginning to ensure buy-in understanding. Communicate clearly. Share the design thinking process and result with relevant teams. Start small. Pilot the solution and iterate before scaling up. Measure and evaluate. Track the impact of the solution and make adjustment as needed. Foster a culture of experimentation. Encourages experimentation and learning from failure. Challenges in incorporation. Resistance to change. Overcoming resistance to new ideas and way of working. Lack of resources. Finding the necessary resources and budgets to implement changes. Balancing business and user. Ensuring that the solution meets both business and user needs. Scaling up. Scaling up the solution while maintaining quality and consistency.
Hi everyone, I am Sridharshini. Today I am going to explain about examples of successful incorporation. Adnam design team used design thinking to develop a new host experience which resulted in a 20% increase in host engagement. IBM used design thinking to develop a new mobile app for the clients which results in 25% increase in user satisfaction. Nike used design thinking to develop a new show which results in 30% increase in sales.
Brainstorm a wide range of creative solutions, challenging assumptions and exploring deserved probabilities. Prototype. Building tangible, low-cost representation of potential solutions to bring ideas to life. Test. Evaluate prototypes with real users to gather feedback, learn what works and refine the solution. Thank you.
Sunday, and I am here to talk about key aspects of incorporation, aligning solutions with business goals, ensuring the solutions aligns with the organization overall strategy and objectives. This involves working closely with stakeholders to understand the business requirements and identifying opportunities for alignment, collaborating across teams, working with various stakeholders including product, marketing and engineering teams to implement changes. This requires effective communication, empathy and a willingness to iterate and refine. Ensure user needs are met. Verify that the solutions meets the needs and pain points of the target users. This involves continuous user testing and feedback, iterating and refining, continuous gathering feedback and iterating on the solution to improve it.